Even kids know who this man is, although it's been years now, but the story still remains fresh in our memory about the most notorious and dreaded criminal ever in Nigeria. Stay tuned as we bring you the story of Lawrence Anini. Anini will forever be remembered in the history of crime in Nigeria, but it will be of unblessed memory. That was the pronouncement of Justice James Omo Agege when he sentenced Lawrence Anini to death. In early 1980s, Anini aka the Law carried out some of the most brutish robbery attacks in the history of Nigeria, although he limited his atrocities to Bendel State, which is the present-day Edo and Delta states. He was a serious national security issue and an embarrassment to Nigerian police force, superheading a reign of terror that reached a climax between August and December 1986. He killed at will, robbed, raped, kidnapped and daring the top units of police force by attacking convoy of a police commissioner and an assistant inspector general of police. Lawrence Anini, born Lawrence Nomanyag Anini in 1960, was from Oroho village, which is about 100 kilometers away from Benin City. He is the second child and only son of his mother. When Anini moved to Benin City, his dream was to become a driver. He learned how to drive and started driving a taxi in the city. Despite his young age, at the motor park, his words was like the law, and he became known for resolving motor park crises. He soon channeled his driving skill into crime, becoming the official driver for Benin bandits. After a while, he formed his own gang made up of Monday Osumbo, Solomon Osawenke, Jumbo Awam, Moses Idahosa, Philip Ewebelua, Bernard Obi, and Friday Okbawan. They specialized in carjacking and bank robbery. On his payroll was a police officer, DSP George Yamo, who aided the gang's operation with security information. Anini's act of terror. Anini's criminal career started in the early 1980s and reached a crescendo between August and December 1986. Residents of Bendel and neighboring states lived in fear and panic when Anini and his men had a free reign. The media named him the Outlaw King of Benin. In August 1986, Anini and his gang raided First Bank Sabongida Ora in Edo State. They stole $2,000. Then, dollar exchange rate was 5 naira. Converting at today's exchange rate was 3.2 million naira. On October 21st, 1986, after stealing 46,000 naira from Abo branch of Africa Continental Bank, Anini drove into nearby market and took part of his loot from his getaway car to passerbys. This action, which he reportedly repeated numerous times, earned him the name Monica. Anini was brutal and policemen were his top victims. A total of 20 persons and 11 policemen and 9 civilians were reportedly killed by Anini and his gang. Explaining his reason for unleashing terror on men in uniform, he said, "I did not kill police. My own is to do my own. I am a driver, I drive. I always beg them not to kill policemen, not to kill people. My problem with the police is that them kill my father and my brother at Ibadan and my friend Kensley Eweka, a Benin prince." Anini became so emboldened that he started writing letters to potential victims to announce his planned visits. In August 1986, Anini wrote a letter to the manager of New Nigerian Bank, Ring Road branch in Benin City, informing the bank his intention to visit anytime and the sum of 10,000 naira should be set aside for him. Anini always gave his address as number 1 million anywhere street within the city of Benin, Bendel State. There was a wide belief in the city that the police could not be trusted. Many residents who may have aided the police information that could have facilitated Anini's arrest also suspected that they may be accused of being accomplices or the police might send their names to Anini. Some even feared they could even kill them. At the height of Anini's terror, the then head of state Ibrahim Babangida challenged the Inspector General of Police, Etim Inyang, and demanded Anini's whereabouts after a meeting of the Armed Forces Ruling Council in October 1986. In Babangida's word, "My friend, where is Anini?" In a letter he reportedly addressed to the head of state in October 1986, Anini wrote, "Tell our president we like him, but we are not happy here in Bendel. The payment for everything is too much. That is why I divide my money and get the ones I have to give to the people." Anini's arrest. In December 1986, Bendel heaved a sigh of relief from Anini's reign of terror after a heightened manhunt launched by the police. A 10-man team of crack policemen led by Superintendent of Police Kayode brought an end to the atrocities on December 3, 1986. He was in his usual merriment mode in the company of ladies at number 26 Onyewosa Street, opposite Iguadala Primary School, Benin City, when the house was invaded and he was apprehended with a very little resistance. According to multiple accounts, when the police knocked on the door of his room, Anini himself opened it. He was asked, "Where is Anini?" He tried to play smart. "Oh, Anini is under the bed in the inner room." He responded and made a swift move to walk past Kayode and his team. Kayode reached for his gun and shot at Anini's left ankle. He rendered him incapacitated. The police opened fire on that same leg. At that point, he knew it was all over. He was asked again if he was Anini. He replied, "My brother, I will not deceive you. I won't tell you lie. I'm Anini." He was arrested and taken to the police headquarters and transferred to the military hospital. Anini's sentencing and execution. Justice James Omagege, the chairman of First Benin Robbery and Firearm Tribunal, which tried Anini, his gang and DSP Yamo, sentenced them to death in February 1987. On March 29, 1987, Anini was publicly executed along with Osumbo by firing squad. Members of his gang had been previously executed with DSP Yamo. During his era, Anini had predicted that his death would take place in one of the markets in Benin. The population of people who witnessed his execution outnumbered the population that would have witnessed his death at the market. Moments before he was shot, Anini accepted responsibility for all the atrocities he committed. It was revealed that Anini told newsmen that he fathered two children, Osaro and Emadio Bobwe, by his wife Ugo. Anini's crime left a stigma on his family, and 34 years after his death, his children said they are still labeled as sons of criminals whenever they pass by.